Hello, good afternoon to everyone, listeners, ladies, children, boys, girls, gentlemen, elderly men, elderly women. Today is World Literacy Day or International Literacy Day. The UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization of the UNO decided to observe, that is 8th September, which falls today, as World Literacy Day. The idea was to gather momentum, idea was to make people aware, idea was to influence and encourage governments, idea was to make people understand. It is the ability to read, write, communicate, understand, that makes a human being. Agenda was be ingenuous and be literary, be literate. It is your duty, it is your right as a human being, or what you might say, human right and literacy. That is what they propagated. But now the definition of literacy varies greatly. I have seen. To be able to communicate, to perceive, to be able to analyze, to be able to carry out the tasks based upon your knowledge, skill, attitude. But when we say literacy, we also try to figure out what is the minimum level of education, like a person who has passed class 10 or in some country, or who has passed class 5 in some countries, could be considered literate. So there is high variation, there is highly divided opinion, highly different opinion on this word literacy. What is a literate person? What is literacy? All said and done, I would think it is not an easy matter. It is not an easy matter, of course, to really go into it, because there are several factors involved here. A human being, a man, woman, or a child, when they are born, they grow up, and every day they grow. There is a development, and these are called the milestones. 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years. They learn to speak. From who? From the parents, or from the siblings, or from the school when they go to the school. Then they learn to read and write, which they have to be taught. Language can be important here. They are usually taught in Nepal at least 2 languages, English and Nepali. And some people might choose to study Newari, Nepal Bhasha, or French, or German, and so on. So that is, the language is required for communication. Literacy is a part of language initiative, I would think like that. Without the ability to clearly write, ability to answer a question, for example, how many chairs are there in your class? It is a simple question to answer. You just have to count, take your head around. 24 chairs in my class. Your teacher says the sun will start its descent from the summer solstice. Do you agree? This is a different level of questions. Alright, different level of question. Or you might be asked question like, if the contents of a cylinder burst when they are full, what would be the pressure of this bursting? This is further complicated one. So therefore literacy, one cannot just say be in a tight hole or a nutshell and then say yes, this is literacy. No, I don't agree. Literacy requires a clear-cut definition, has to be pragmatic, has to include all these things. Anyway, so have a good time. Try to understand this, and people who are working as teachers in different levels, also students, Have to understand this clearly. To be literate means more, much more than just be able to memorize and answer questions in geography, in social science, in Nepali or in English or mathematics. It requires much more than that. And teachers are the beacons. But sadly, if the result was so bad in our latest examination, I am sure that there is a role also, or there is a room to modify, to make the teachers more stronger in their approach. Thank you.